So guys, a quick analysis on our JPY PS for this week. So before you actually go continue, I wanted to just click on that subscribe button. I want you to comment, I want you to share and like. Just subscribe, that's exactly what I need from you now. So a quick analysis on our JPY pair for this week. We will be analyzing first of all our JPY index, as you can see here. And on my weekly time frame, by the way, we want to be seeing where our price will actually be going this week. So as you can see on our weekly time frame, definitely we are aiming for a drop on our weekly time frame. Let's see if we can actually aim for a drop. Our price we hit here as our take profits 2. I am aiming here as take profits 2, and I am aiming this my area here as my take profits 1. So one place, there are two places our price can actually hit and reverse for this week. One, our price can hit this our 85.79 790, our 85.790, and it can, and before we can see that reverse movement, or we can actually hit this our 84.356. That is exactly what our price can actually get to before we actually see that reverse movement. So now our daily time frame, we are actually looking for a drop. As you can see, our JPY is actually dropping. As you can see, we saw this drop move up, we saw this push up, right? We saw this pull down. So we are aiming for our price to break below this area here to hit this green pattern that I've just marked. As you can see, price reacted to this my area here, reacted here. As you can see, price reacts here. That is why I marked this place with a green area. So there's every possibility our price can hit this area here. So above all, there are two ways our price can hit and change movement. Is actually can hit this area, change movement upward, or pushes down, hit this area and change movement upward. So we are actually going to be shorting our JPY for this week. So if you have to short our JPY, any pair relating to our JPY should be going up. Since our JPY will be dropping, right, any pair relating to our JPY will actually be going up. That is exactly what we should be aiming for this week on our JPY in PS. Now let's dive into our CADJPY. As you can see, we are aiming for that. Since our JPY is dropping, any pair related to our JPY should actually be pushing up. So this week we should be seeing a bullish move on our CADJPY. Let's see if we can push it up to grab about 100 plus pips for this week, whereby if we push up, we hit this area here, this take out this where our price has reacted, reverse before we saw that reverse movement. Let's see if we can actually take our buy position straight upward. That should be about 120 plus pips to grab for this week, about 220 plus pips, which is actually not a bad one to grab for this week. For this week alone to grab for our CADJPY, 200 plus pips to grab for this week. Now we can see our next pair we have is our Swiss franc JPY. Like I said, any pair relating to our Swiss JPY should actually be pushing up. So I probably be looking for a little bit of push up. Let's see if we can see that reversal move here. If we get that push up, we can see price reacted here and also price giving us a reaction here. Even got a little bit of pullback. So I think our Swiss franc can actually push up here before we might actually see that drop. And if we don't see that drop, by the way, we should actually be seeing going bullish on our Swiss franc, by the way, on our Swiss franc JPY. But above all, let's our price react here. If it does not react here, then we should actually be going bullish. So I personally will be staying away from this trade, by the way. So I don't know how you want to take your trade on your Swiss franc JPY, but anyhow, our Swiss franc should actually be going up against our JPY. Now our one thing that I wanted to know is that our pound JPY should actually be pushing now, to actually push up then push down. So we should actually hit this our support, this our resistance area here. So when we see that bullish move on our pound JPY, we see that bullish move, our price hits here, then probably we cannot see a drop on our pound JPY. As you can see that as our pound will be pushing up, our JPY will actually be pushing down. So that is why I said, since our JPY will actually be pushing down. Any pair relating to our JPY should actually be pushing up. So now we have our pound JPY. So our pound should actually be pushing up this week. That should give us a little pips, by the way, 150 plus pips, 150 plus pips to actually grab on our pound JPY before you actually now be aiming for a drop on our pound JPY. Same thing with our 4-hour time frame, still showing us the same movement. We should actually be taking a buy position. We can see price reacted here, price reacted here. So definitely we should be seeing a reaction where our price will push up and probably see a drop on our pound JPY. Now my New Zealand JPY, I am seeing a continuous push up, by the way. Let's see if my price will actually push up to this my area here, whereby I'll see that New Zealand pushes up before I can actually now see that drop on my New Zealand. So above, that's what I'm just seeing. But if my price start pushing down for this week, I will actually follow the trend and I will actually follow it and take my shorting position. By the way, so we would want to be trading what we see and not what we think. But let's see if our New Zealand will actually be giving us a bullish move before you actually not see that drop on our New Zealand JPY. Since it's our odd, mark this my area here whereby our price has reacted multiple times, and this my odd, I want to be aiming for a drop on my odd JPY. As I mark here, price has reacted our area here. Let me mark it. Price reacted here, right? It's reacted here. Price also reacting to this our area here. So definitely we should be seeing a reaction here. I don't think we will be seeing a breakout yet, but a drop, by the way. Let's take a drop, our sell position straight downward. That should be giving us about 170 plus pips, 170, I think 79 pips to grab if you have to take our short position on our odd JPY. And lastly, our Euro JPY. Let's see a little bit of push up, then a drop. I'm seeing a little bit of bullish move, then a drop. As I'm seeing here, liquidity area it has tested, it has somehow serves here as a resistance area here. So we should actually push up, hit our resistance, and actually now see a drop on our Euro JPY for this week. So that is my analysis for this week. Do not forget to subscribe, share, and like. Thank you.